Nutty Sports Gamer here. Welcome to another episode of the 40-Year Sim. We have reached the 1994 NBA Finals, and in this video, we will go over the finals and the 1994 NBA Draft, all in this video. So you're going to want to watch this because there's a lot to cover as we check out Rockets Bullets. The first game, the Rockets beat the Bullets, took a 1-0 series lead in the Simcast Game 2. And yeah, the Bullets with Len Bias and Reggie Lewis and John Stockton facing Clyde Drexler, Hakeem Olajuwon, and the Houston Rockets. This time the Bullets will take Game 2. So we got a 1-1 series tie. I am going to show you footage instead of highlights for the finals like I usually do, because I want you guys to be able to get the full immersive experience of the finals instead of me just talking throughout the entire thing with highlights and stuff like that. I actually let you watch it play out in real time. So here we go, Game 3, 96-89. Announcers, take it away.
Drexler left side. The good-looking shot from the wing. Drexler's got 19 points.
His hot streak continues.
Night after night, making his presence felt offensively.
To the wing on the left, the three for Mills. That ball is good for another field goal. His sixth. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
This is why he's a focal point of their offense, because they trust in his ability to shoulder them when needed.
Now here's Rivers. Pass to Green. Here's Marble. Just 5 to shoot. Over Wilkins. And it's sent back by Wilkins. Now the pass to Lewis. The fader. Olajuwon with the rebound. Olajuwon's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Drexler. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And Drexler's teammates appreciate when he hits the boards, proving how effective he can be on the offensive boards.
Wilkins dishes to Mills. Who is outside. From 17 feet out. Bullseye. And Washington leads by 8.
Really good pass from Lewis that time, demonstrating once again that he's a total team player.
Rivers passes to Martin. Some nice passing there by Houston. Green, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's what we call a good foul. Make them earn it at the line.
It might not be pretty, but that's the right play in that situation. He saved the layup with that foul.
And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Washington? Free throw good, Green.
The selfless, team-first attitude of Green is commendable. It's why his guys like playing with him.
Both free throws good from Green.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Here's Mills. Drives to the hoop.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Drexler scanning the floor. It's Rivers on the wing. Green, the screen. The baseline J. Rebound, Washington. Mills has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Shoots from the baseline. Lewis misses. Rockets trail by 8. Here's Drexler. The teardrop falls in. Drexler's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Just fantastic touch from Drexler. Dropping that one right in.
Wilkins dishes to Lewis. High post try. Good on the jump shot. 20 points for him.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's had.
Rivers with it. Pass to Olajuwon. Over Robinson. Olajuwon, no luck.
Got some space in the mid-range, but wasn't able to convert. Still, not a bad chance for him.
Wilkins kicks to Mills. He feeds it to Lewis. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And usually, you can count on him to convert there. The D did just enough to throw him off.
Here's Drexler. It's Rivers on the wing. Green with a screen for Rivers. Kicks it to Green. Goes up on the wing. Mills with the rebound. Mills has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Dishes to Wilkins. Always going up for the alley-oop here. On the wing, Drexler. Wilkins pulls it in. And so it's Wilkins who brings up the ball for the Bullets. 8-point game. And there's the feed to Mills. Lewis on the way. Drexler defending. And Clyde Drexler gets the... Thanks, David. Lewis outside. Launches it. Rockets with the rebound. They still have time, Mike, to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit.
They did. Olajuwon the pass to Rivers. Clyde Drexler on the wing. They need this one. Washington with the rebound. Lewis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. He dishes it to Stockton. He's guarded by Rivers. No good off the back of the rim. Rockets trail by 8. Drexler left side. Over Stockton. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. Drexler's got 18 points now here in the second half.
We are seeing a ton of effort from Drexler on offense.
Lewis on the way. Back to Stockton. Shot clock at 5. There's a screen by Robinson. And it's good. The time running. Rockets trail by 8.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Now here's Rivers. That's to Marble. Back to Rivers. Just 5 on the clock. Olajuwon against Robinson. And Olajuwon gets it to go on the assist by Drexler. Drexler's got 5 assists in the game. Stockton looking around. And it's off from three-point range. The Rockets shooting about 47% here in the fourth. Stockton against Rivers. Here's Olajuwon. And foul on the shot. He drops the first one, and that brings Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
You can tell he's disappointed in himself for missing a shot. But anything to chip away at this lead is progress.
Safe to say this game is over. 113-102 ended up being the final score. The Bullets managed to take Game 3 in Washington, D.C. A 2-1 series lead for the Bullets. They made 7 3-pointers. They shot 57% from the field. They were hot. They were hot from the field. They had more points in the paint. So, yeah, I mean, interesting turn of events. Let's see if the Rockets can respond. And do we have another jump-worthy game to show? Looks like the Rockets this time in Washington. Well, they had a big lead, and then they lost it. Jump. Yeah, let's jump. Let's jump into this game.
Back to Rivers. Pass to Charles. Drexler outside. Another shot. Mills with the rebound. Mills has got 11 rebounds in the game. Wilkins outside. Up top, Mills. Near the three-point line, it's Lewis. That one, no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. At one point, they led by 16. Rivers passes to Charles. Here's Olajuwon. And he drops it in from the low post. Olajuwon's got 8 here in the quarter.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Lewis on the wing. Here's the pass to Mills. Here's Wilkins. 5 to shoot. Pass to Robinson. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. 6-point lead. Clyde Drexler on the wing. Rebound, Washington. Robinson's got 5 rebounds tonight. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Ball goes to Houston.
Alexander's checked in for Washington. Stockton comes in for Wilkins.
John Stockton.
Here's Rivers. Passes to Charles. Drexler outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That shot off.
His shooting has just dropped off in this quarter. He needs to rediscover his rhythm.
On the wing, Stockton. And now here comes Drexler leading the break. And Rivers gets it to go in on the assist by Drexler. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Houston. And another great look at the 2K drive.
Taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the D and made them pay.
Pass to Alexander. Lewis outside.
First personal foul, first team foul.
Shooting for Washington. Bias.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. He hits both from the stripe.
He can do so much damage from the line. The defense has to be more careful around him.
Stockton against Rivers. Trying to find Drexler. He's got it now. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
You know, the alley-oop is a two-part play, folks. It takes a great pass, but it's much easier to execute the pass when you're throwing it to Clyde Drexler. The glide, getting up and down.
Now here's Lewis. In the corner, it's Robinson. Four on the shot clock. And another miss by Washington. Rockets leading by 8. Now Rivers. And there's the pass to Martin. Here's Olajuwon. And the layup's good off the glass. Olajuwon's got 30 points.
Hey, it's as plain as pound cake. Keep it simple. They want to see how big this league can get.
No such thing as running up the score at this level.
Now here's Lewis. And the dunk by Robinson.
That's what this team needs right now.
You're right, cutting the deficit with the one-handed flush.
Maybe that can give them a little spark.
Rivers passes to Drexler. And finished off by Drexler.
Wasting no time matching the slam with one of their own.
Yeah, showing some fight right there.
That tells you a little something about them as a team. They don't just want to beat you. They want to beat you at your own game.
And Washington has possession. Following the score by Houston.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Now here's Rivers. Pass to Marble. Kicks to Drexler. From deep three-point range. Washington with the rebound.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Stockton looking around. Here's the screen. Feeds to Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Boy, I love watching Stockton share the ball. He does it with such a calm. He's unselfish and always looking for the open man.
Rivers bounce pass. Here's Olajuwon. And Houston.
Safe to say that this game is over. Houston Rockets take down the Bullets. 111-102 is the score there. 32 and 15 for Hakeem. 22 for Clyde Drexler. Can I get a nice shot of either Hakeem or someone on the Bullets for a thumbnail for this video? Looks like I might be able to. This might be a good one right here. Come on. Give it to me. That one's not bad. Okay. I think we could use that. Is that too much, Hakeem? Not enough bullets? I usually like to put at least 2 players. One on both teams. I don't know. I don't know if I have something like that I can really use. Reggie Lewis, perhaps. Clyde Drexler, perhaps. This could be a good one. Let's see. Oh, we didn't even get that one. But this one's nice, too. This one's nice. We have Hakeem in this shot. That might be good. Yeah, something like that. That would be... You can actually visually see who's playing each other. Let's move on to Game 5. It's a 2-2 series all of a sudden. 2-2 series. Rockets look like they're going to be able to win this game in Houston. Doesn't look like the Bullets will be able to come back from this one. 113-98 is the final score there. 37 for Clyde Drexler, by the way. So 3-2 series lead for the Rockets. Now we go back to D.C. June 10th, 1994. We're days away from O.J. Simpson, his car chase. We might be able to finish this finals before that happens, so we won't be cutting away from the finals to give you a car chase. 127-99 is the score there. We have a Game 7. We have a Game 7. Will we be able to check out Game 7 is the question. It is a close game. And let's jump. Let's jump right now. Now, damn it.
Washington trails by 7. And here's Stockton. Lewis on the wing. Drexler defending. Lewis passes to Stockton. 5 on the clock. Lewis kicks to Mills. Hits it from three-point range. Mills has got 9 points here in the second half.
Really good pass from Lewis that time, demonstrating once again that he's a total team player.
Rivers looking over the floor. The pass to Olajuwon. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, there's a reason it was way over. He got fouled.
Yeah, easy whistle.
Shooting for Houston. Olajuwon. Taking 2 shots.
And that one falls for Olajuwon. And Olajuwon drops them both. Now, here's Stockton. Lewis outside for 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Here's Marble. To the paint. And that's a foul called on John Stockton. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Olajuwon. It's stolen. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. Stockton against Rivers. Stockton looking around. Lewis outside. Over Rivers. And he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in.
Virtually automatic. Lewis gets the ball, and quickly that shot is off.
Rivers dishes to Marble. Pass to Drexler. And the officials call a traveling violation.
The ball goes to Washington.
Stockton outside. Lets it go from 11. Olajuwon with the rebound. Olajuwon's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. And the dunk by Drexler.
You know, the alley-oop is a 2-part play, folks. It takes a great pass, but it's much easier to execute the pass when you're throwing it to Clyde Drexler. The glide, getting up and down.
Now here's Stockton. Now Rivers. Outside, Olajuwon. Marble kicks to Rivers. 6 to shoot. There's the screen. Not gonna go that time. Now Washington takes it the other way. Stockton outside. Stolen by Rivers. Out to the right wing. It's Drexler, top of the key. Over Lewis. They get it back. Misses the layup.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
John Stockton.
Yeah, you know, some might say Stockton is the high water mark for dime droppers. His distribution really on a whole nother level. Great assist guy.
Here's Marble. Passes it to Olajuwon. Over Alexander. And the basket by Olajuwon. Olajuwon's got 17 points here in the second half. And so Stockton will bring it in.
He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. Charity stripe shot. Rockets with the rebound. Green's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Drexler, and right through it goes. Drexler's got the lead up to 8 now for Houston.
A go-to shot for Drexler. And you can understand why, given how effective he is from there.
Stockton with it. Down low. Out left to the wing. Goes up to the stripe. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
These offenses have been so sharp, so focused, so dialed in, and neither one is slowing down in the late game.
If anything, I think they're gaining momentum.
On defense, Washington. Rivers passes to Green. Here's Marble from 18 feet away. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Washington trails by 8. And here's Stockton. Pass to Lewis. Green with the rebound.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
To the inside. Olajuwon drawn the double team.
Hey, sometimes
he hits the first one. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Drexler with the screen for Rivers. The drive by Olajuwon. Lays it up and banks it in. Olajuwon's got the lead up to 11 now for the Rockets.
I like that they're putting in the work trying to build this lead out.
Because in the NBA, no lead is safe.
It's rebounded by Houston. Olajuwon's got his 16th rebound on the night. Robinson against Rivers. The feed now to Green. And another assist for him.
Rockets have taken control of this game and are gonna win. It's 114-101. So let me bring you closer to the celebration.
1:14 left in the fourth. Will bring it up for the Bullets. He locks up the alley-oop pass, hammers the alley-oop through.
Rising up to finish the oop.
And Clark, you and I sitting here could just see that play developing right before our eyes.
Good vision on the pass to put it right on the money.
Oh, and they've done it. The Houston Rockets are the new NBA champions. Just tremendous. All the travel, all the practices, all the meetings, all the games, wins and losses, the emotion, the exhaustion culminating into tonight.
And whenever you win the NBA championship, there is a level of accomplishment and excitement that really can't be matched. Pretty amazing to have accomplished this goal.
The celebration is here, and this place is going crazy. The bench loves it. The fans obviously overjoyed. This is one of those moments these players will never forget. Now, let's take you to the presentation of the Larry O'Brien Trophy. NBA Commissioner doing the honors.
So there you have it. The 1994 NBA champions are the Houston Rockets. David Stern giving the Larry O'Brien Trophy to Hakeem, who's the Finals MVP. He has finally done it, winning with his friend Clyde Drexler. And yeah, what an incredible series, 7-game series. Wish we would have seen a little bit more of it, but still nice to see a 7-game series like that, especially between two teams that we might have expected the Rockets to make it, but the Bullets was a surprise to me, as I'm sure it was for you. So glad that Len Bias and Reggie Lewis, they at least got to get in there. We at least got to see it. At least got to see him get that far. And maybe it didn't work out. Maybe they didn't win the whole thing. But to know that Len Bias was capable of making the finals, it's fun to see. I'm just happy to have had that happen for him in the sim. Meanwhile, the Rockets, they get their trophy. I don't know. I don't know if this would have happened if we waited a year to bring in Clyde. But I really just felt the itch to get these two together, to at least give the Rockets a real good chance to win the finals, and it looked like it paid off. So good for Hakeem, good for the Rockets. Hakeem now has 9 All-Stars. We already know that. 1 championship. There it is, right there on his resume. 6 Defensive Player of the Year awards. I mean, he's really made a name for himself in this sim. Meanwhile, Clyde, 2 championships now. 1 with the Blazers, 1 with the Rockets. So he's coming away from this sim a 2-time champion. You see Doc Rivers is a champion. AC Green has won 2. Lorenzo Charles has been part of 3 championships now. 1 with the Mavericks, the Lakers, and now the Rockets. Roy Marble, Winston Garland. He played for the Heat. Yeah, look at this. He played for the Heat when they were a terrible expansion team, and now he's an NBA champion. So he also played for some bad Clippers teams. So cool to see Winston Garland able to do his thing for the Rockets, coming off the bench, being a very capable scorer for them off the bench, a 6th man. He accepted his role in order to win, and that's what you need out of a guy like that. And you look at his per 36 numbers; they're just off the charts in the points category. So good to see Winston Garland ending up a champion. And who else we got? We got Rodney McCray, a long time, or Roy Marble first, yeah. AC Green. Rodney McCray was a Rocket for the longest time, played for the Supersonics for a few seasons, comes back to the Rockets, wins a championship, and great to see that McCray was able to come back to the Rockets, the team that drafted him, the team that he stuck with for the longest time, and now he's a champion with Hakeem and all his teammates there in Houston. And then you got Norwood Barber. Norwood Barber has bounced around the league a little bit. If we check him out, I know he's next. I can see his name down there. Here we go. Now he's an NBA champion. He's bounced around a bit. Mel Turpin is an NBA champion. Theo Dean, Sam Mitchell, Reggie Theus. Reggie Theus is now a 2-time champion. Terry Davis. Wow, Reggie Theus happening to be the right guy at the right time. Meanwhile, Bird and McHale, it doesn't look like they want to retire. Bird is 38, doesn't want to retire. Who decided to retire this year? Who actually decided to do it? Now that we know it wasn't Bird and McHale. Sigma's finally retired. Got Dennis Johnson, formerly of the Celtics, finally retired after 16 years. Reggie Theus has gone out a champion. That is cool to see. It was kind of hard to find the right team for Reggie Theus. Turned out he was best in a 6th-man role, coming off the bench, like he was for the Pistons and then for the Rockets. I don't know if he played many minutes for the Rockets, but he was a locker room leader on that team, helping them win the championship. And you got Joe Barry Carroll, who also ended his career champion. He won in '91 with the Lakers. Larry Drew has retired. Maurice Cheeks, but yeah, I didn't know he was in the league still, but he finally has said goodbye. He, of course, won a championship with the Sixers in 1983, right before the sim. So, yeah, we got a lot of champions that have retired. 4-time champion Dennis Johnson, 1-time champion Jack Sigma, just champions all over the place. And then you got Larry Drew, Mo Cheeks, Jay Vincent, Herb Williams, both retired. Herb Williams, that's kind of early. Darnell Valentine has retired. Johnny Moore, Michael Thompson. He also was a champion. Paul Pressey. Mike McGee, 2-time champion. What else we got in this? Daryl Griffith. Daryl Griffith. Not a champion, but a longtime Jazz. Only played for the Jazz his entire career. Danny Vrains, Randy Brewer, Lewis Lloyd. Oh, he never got to be a champion with the Rockets. That sucks. Albert King, Antoine Carr. I think I decided against that. I think I decided to keep him for one more year because he's only 33. And I know in real life he played until he was like 38, 39 years old. And now here he is already trying to retire. I don't know what that's all about, but I'm pretty sure I generally let players retire, but in certain cases where I feel like it's too early, I like to give them one more year, one more crack at it. Rory White, definitely remember him early in the sim. Hasn't really played much the last couple of years. Ended up a 3-time champion, 88, 89, 90. So he won it for the Celtics, the Blazers, and the Pistons. That's crazy. Pretty crazy. Al Wood has finally retired. Rod Higgins, Danny Young. Look at a lot of the role players. Greg Kite. Jamie Castle. Jamie Castle I think he was a part of the first slam dunk contest that we jumped into. The 85 slam dunk contest, and he turned out to be a freaking generic. Jack Sikma in the Hall of Fame. A lot of champions in that have retired, but only one making it to the Hall of Fame. Daryl Griffith though has got his jersey retired for the Jazz, and Jack Sikma as well. Team branding: the Cavs and the Kings changed their logos and uniforms, and a rule change. The worst team will have improved odds of obtaining a top 3 pick. So that's good news for whoever ended up being the worst team in the 1994 season. And now let's check out the draft lottery. Some interesting players in this draft. We're going to go into the draft right after this, but let's first check out what we're going to get with the draft lottery. You can see the odds right there. The Kings, an important note, the Kings have the Clippers unprotected pick. Unprotected. So that's a big one. And yeah, I think the Celtics have the Blazers pick, but I think that's lottery protected as well. So let's see how this shakes out. First we got the Mavericks with the 11th pick. They end up getting the 11th pick. They had the 11th odds, and they end up with the 11th pick. So they're in the lottery for the first time since when? Were they in it last year? No, they weren't. Pistons with the 10th pick. So the Pistons missing the playoffs for the first time in a long time. They got the 10th pick. The Nets will get the 9th pick. They also just barely missed the playoffs, and we'll see if they can maybe get freaking whatever. Maybe they can get back into the playoffs. I don't know. We'll see. Celtics end up with the 8th pick. Okay. All right. So they got the 8th pick. They had a really pretty bad season, and now they got an 8th pick. The Blazers end up with the 7th pick, and I decided. So the Celtics had the Blazers lottery protected pick, and I decided to lottery protect their pick for next year as well, but it might not be reflected by 2K. So we'll get into that in the 95 season. Cavaliers with the sixth pick, and then the Warriors are going to not end up with the 5th pick. The Timberwolves do. So let's see, top four teams in the 94 draft. The Magic do not end up with the 4th pick. That's the 76ers. 76ers get the 4th pick there. Now here's the top 3. Magic do end up with the 3rd pick of the draft. So now I don't remember who would be in the top 2. Let's check this out. Here comes pick number 2. Kings or Warriors? Kings or Warriors? The Kings or the Warriors? Let's see. Kings have 19% odds. They end up with the second pick. They were in the Western Conference Finals. They end up with the second pick. Very interesting. Haven't been in the lottery since 1987, which sounds kind of funny if you know about the Kings' history in real life. Meanwhile, the Warriors do end up with the first pick, and that's pretty damn significant if you know who was in this draft. I don't remember if I show you the draft prospects or if I just go right into the draft. I do know there's a trade. The Kings will not keep that pick. So there's two things. Kings will not keep that pick, and that Blazers pick that was lottery protected is going to stay with the Blazers. And like I just said, I went ahead and lottery protected the Blazers' next year's pick because they had traded their lottery protected pick, but then like what 2K does is if the lottery protected pick doesn't convey, then the Celtics would get their unprotected pick for the next year, which that's not always how it works in the NBA, and that's not how I want it to work here because the Blazers are in the middle of a rebuild. But I'll get into that in the 95 season. Yeah, here are the prospects. Jason Kidd from Oakland went to Cal in college. You got Eddie Jones, Grant Hill, Glenn Robinson, Khalid Reeves, Pietkowski. A lot of interesting players in this draft. And that is how perfect is that? Oakland-based kid getting drafted by an Oakland-based team, the Golden State Warriors. That is great, and him being able to turn that franchise around. They've been middling this entire time. Finally, the Warriors have something good. They had Len Bias for a while, couldn't capitalize. I think it's easier to build around a point guard than it is around a guy like Len Bias, who I wasn't sure if he was a power forward or small forward at first. And then yeah, I think it's just easier to build around a point guard or a center than it is a wing like that. So here's the big trade. Big trade alert. Sirens. Charles Barkley is getting traded from the Mavericks to the Sacramento Kings for that number 2 pick, a bunch of other firsts, Kenny Walker and Otis Thorpe. The Mavericks now have the second pick in this draft, and the Kings have Charles Barkley. They decided to give Otis Thorpe to the Mavericks to get Charles Barkley. They were they took the Rockets to 6 games in the Western Conference Finals. Now they have Barkley. We'll see what happens now. You know, they got KJ. They got Jeff Hornacek. They got Moncrief coming off the bench. They got Chris Mullin, Arvydas Sabonis, and Charles Barkley, 98 overall, playing like an MVP. And, you know, in real life, we know that he played for the Sixers for the longest time and then got traded to the Suns. I always felt like Barkley, if the Mavericks kept, being middling, kind of middle of the pack, not really championship contenders, I felt like it was eventually going to be time for Barkley to move on. But I never really knew if there would be a perfect team for him to land on. I think this is the perfect team. The Kings have been trying to make it deep into the playoffs. They finally make it in '94. They came so close to making it to the finals, and now they have Barkley, and maybe he will help drive the bus, right, with KJ and Arvydas Sabonis and get to the finals in 1995. That is the hope for the Kings, taking them to the next level. So that is a lot of fun. As we go, there was one other trade before the draft. Roy Hinson is going to go back to the Nets. The Nets give up their first round pick and Terry Catledge in order to get Roy Hinson. So I wanted to get those out of the way before we get onto the draft. It was a huge mistake for the Nets to lose Roy Hinson. They should have never had let that happen. So let's check out the draft. 94 NBA draft. We got the Golden State Warriors on the clock. Let's see if they actually pick Jason Kidd. And they do. Jason Kidd is going to stay in Oakland and be the starting point guard for the Golden State Warriors. Hopefully, for the rest of his career, that would be a lot of fun if that were able to happen. He bounced around a lot of teams in real life. Grant Hill is going to go to the Mavericks. So the Mavericks have gone from the Barkley era right to the Grant Hill era without missing a beat. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see the Mavericks get younger and retool and rebuild around Grant Hill. I'm very much looking forward to that. Looking forward to a rebuild like that. You know, having them avoid bottoming out altogether. And Eddie Jones, very underrated player from the 90s and early 2000s, gets drafted by the Magic. Magic are finally getting some good players, but is it a little too late? You know, Larry Johnson is last year of his deal, and we'll see if Eddie Jones can help them out there. Glenn Robinson going to the Sixers. That is funny to me because Glenn Robinson and Vin Baker were on the same team in real life. And then you have Jalen Rose going to the Wolves. So yeah, the Sixers are like the real life Bucks of the '90s. It's kind of funny to see that play out. Jalen Rose to the Wolves, like I said. Cavaliers get Deion Thomas. I don't know how to feel about this pickup. I kind of a shrug to me, maybe to you as well. I don't know. I don't know. Vashawn Leonard to the Blazers. I know he had a couple good years with the Heat. A couple other teams. He bounced around. So they get Sean Leonard there. Khalid Reeves goes to the Celtics. Could he be the first? Could he be the point guard of the future for the Celtics? We'll see. And Eric Piatkowski, they had gotten the Nets pick, the 9th pick. He's gonna the Hawks did, and they get him. Ivano Newbill to the Pistons. He's a real player. I checked. Mavericks also get Brian Grant. So they get Brian Grant and Grant Hill. Brian Grant, a great forward center combo type player. Played for at least a decade in the NBA. Really good player. Sharon Wright is going to go to the Heat. Minnesota Timberwolves are going to get Danielle Marshall. Very nice pickup for them. They got some extra picks when they traded away Dennis Scott and Blue Edwards to the Clippers, and then. Let's see who's up next. The Denver Nuggets are going to get Jimmy Watson, real player, but I don't know if he's going to do much in the league. Spurs get Melvin Booker, another shrug-worthy pick. Bucks get Jeff Webster. Okay. Let's see what the Jazz do. Jim McIlvaine, I do recognize the name, and they do need a center, so we'll see how that goes for them. Warriors select Juwan Howard. So in one draft, the Warriors get Jason Kidd and Juwan Howard. That is quite the duo already in Golden State. That's going to be a lot of fun. Fred Vincent to the Sonics. Chanel Scott to the Wolves. Get the Knicks pick up next. Robert Churchwell. I didn't check to see if he was generic or not. I'm pretty sure he's real, though. Antonio Lang to the Mavericks. Bucks get Chris Bruton. Bulls get Yinka Dare. Bullets, Carlos Rogers. Pacers get Charles Claxton. Clippers, BJ Tyler. And that is the end of round 1. I don't know if we... okay, yeah, Dwayne Morton. I wonder why I'm still showing you this. Lamont Murray. Clifford Rozier. Derek Alston. Eric Mobley to the Nets. I don't know what's left. What is left that I have to show you? Celtics get Anthony Miller and Brooks Thompson. Javon Crudup to the Nets. Howard Isley to the Pistons. I guess I'm just going to show you everybody, guys. Bill Curley. Yeah. Wesley Person. Wesley Person was a person. But related to Chuck Person? Perhaps, maybe. Aaron McKee is also another good picker for the Mavericks. Really went crazy and got so many good, interesting players, either good role players or quality starters or an all-star in Grant Hill. Obviously, that was a trade that they had to make to get him. Dickie Simpkins. I hope I get to say his name a couple times. Tony Dumas. Malcolm Huckabee. I'm just gonna show you everybody. Monty Williams, future coach, right? Kelvin Salvadori, Randy Carter, Stephen Smith, Damon Bailey, Lawrence Funderburk. Cool. But the big story, Jason Kidd to the Warriors, Grant Hill to the Mavericks, Eddie Jones to the Magic, Glenn Robinson to the Sixers. That top 4 is something else. Juwan Howard to the Warriors as well. He's going to be a bit of a project, I guess. Maybe by year 2 or year 3, we're going to really see him start to light it up. But Jason Kidd, year 1, I expect some fun things out of him. And this was a fun video. I'm glad that we got through the 94 season in one piece. I did, at least. Whew. It was a lot. And I got to change some numbers. I'm going to end this video by changing some numbers. Obviously, Grant Hill can't be 11. No. 33, that's his number. We're going to stick with that. And then while I was here with numbers on my mind, I decided to change Sam Bowie's number from 30 to 31 because Del Curry should be 30 because Stephen Curry is 30. Del Curry is 8 right now. Steph Curry wants to have the same number as his dad. So that's a big deal. It's also, I wonder if Del Curry stays in Texas, in Dallas. Does that mean Steph Curry is going to end up going to college in Texas? These are the things that you have to wonder because in real life, Del Curry played for the Charlotte Hornets for a long time. He's lived in Charlotte for a long time, and then Steph Curry ended up going to Davidson in North Carolina. So maybe I'll change that. Maybe I'll change his college. When we get to Steph Curry, I'll change it to University of Texas or Texas Tech or Texas A&M. Or if you could think of a funny Texas college that he could have went to, let me know because that could be a fun thing to do. If Del Curry indeed stays in Dallas, he might. So that's it. That's the video. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe. And the 95 season is bananas, guys. If you thought the 94 season was crazy, I can't wait to show you the 95 season. It's coming up starting next week. So thank you very much for watching.